but it's just facts, man. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest thing I've ever seen this early.
Wow. I agree with you, crazy enough. The crazy part is, though, 1994, you were ready to write this, and you just had to find the right person. And it took a long time to find him, but he finally came in the Chiefs uniform, so I respect that. But full transparency, it seems like John Elway is your favorite
He's
player.
my favorite player of all time.
Okay, he's up there for me as well, but let's think about the masses, the consensus about John Elway, that he's at the top of tier 2. He's not Montana. He's not Brady. Even though I had a poster of John Elway on my wall, along with Eric Dickerson, I give you all of that love. Why are you limiting Patrick Mahomes to being John Elway when some are saying this could be one of the greatest we've ever seen, higher than even Elway?
Because I don't think everybody understands how great Elway was.
Okay,
I
break it
think
down.
we're too caught up in stats and things like that. John Elway, here's how I evaluate a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Can he be dominant in any era of football? As we're seeing now, the rules change in the NFL, and the way the game is played changes because of that for the quarterback. You can put John Elway in the 1920s, and he's going to be a beast.
He better.
You can put him in 2018, and he's going to be a beast.
Right.
There's not an era of football that John Elway wouldn't be a beast. You can go look at his stats and, he only completed 57, 58% of his passes. He threw this many interceptions. That's the era he played in, and that's also the personnel he was surrounded with for about 10 years of his career and playing for Dan Reeves, a defensive-minded coach.
True.
Once John Elway got with Mike Shanahan and got with Shannon Sharp and got with Terrell Davis and got with some players around him,
right.
Again, and he carried junk to 3 Super Bowls. Right. And then he won 2 Super Bowls when surrounded by the right. John Elway's the greatest force we've ever seen in the NFL at that position. Sustained dominance for 16 years. The team never lost. He was the guy. It wasn't Belichick carrying him. It was John Elway.
I needed to hear that because I came in here week 1. And I remember sitting here at this table. It's not even a round table. What shape is this? Pentagon, whatever the hell table it is. And you and Tony Gonzalez sitting there flanking me. And I said after week 1, with my own eyes watching him play against LA Chargers, he's not next. He's next level. Not only is he going to be great, he may be the greatest in terms of arm talent, in terms of what he was able to do, mental moxie, the confidence, decipher the defenses. I said all that, and you guys were like, there's only 1 week. Glad you're at the party now. Yeah. We may still have some drinks.
I'm late. I'm here.
Yeah. We may have a drink still somewhere. Go to the bar. Here's the thing I want to talk about. This is, to me, is a deeper discussion. Where he goes in terms of all-time greatness, so much football left to play. Yeah. Is he going to be 1 or 2 players? And I played with instant success. I call them the instant impact players. Day 1, LT was drafted to the San Diego Chargers. LaDainian Tomlinson. And Javon Kearse played against him his rookie year, the freak. And Javon Kearse came out of college, 240, ran a 4.4. They played Rick James every time he made a play. It was insane. Went to the Pro Bowl that year. We were at the Pro Bowl, and Javon Kearse and all of us, John Abraham, all these good defensive ends, we had to do a 10-yard sprint. Coach said, and we wanted to win because you're in front of all the other great ends. Said, go. We took 1 step together. In the air of the 2nd step, Javon Kearse had finished that race. While we're sitting there like, wait a minute, we still got 5 yards to go. Unreal. But Javon Kearse was undermined by injuries, right? Or is he going to be LT, who came in, hyped up, and from day 1, sitting there on the sideline, Junior Seau, Rodney Harrison, we're sitting there looking like, is this dude going to be worth the hype? He gets a normal 32 dive, reverse counterclockwise jump spin in the hole, shakes the whole defense, takes off. Junior Seau looks at me, I look at Rodney Harrison. He's special, and he lived up to it. Which lane do you think he is? Is he the guy that's going to look great but not finish the deal, or is he LT?
I think he's LT. Look, and the way the rules are now, the way they're protecting the health of the quarterback, I think given his arm talent, given the way he plays the game between his ears, given the way that he's not risk-adverse and he's playing for a head coach who's not risk-adverse, I think the sky is the limit. I think he will sustain this. I got hyped up a year or 2 ago about Carson Wentz.
Right.
I get excited about great quarterback play, football players, whatever. I can overheat.
Okay.
I'm not overheating on this dude here.
Agreed.
Because he's doing things that again, and there's some great young quarterbacks in this league. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
They're not Patrick Mahomes in terms of all the physical tools are there. And that's what I'm telling you about Elway. He had every tool. We talk about all these great athletes as if Cam Newton is somehow more of an athlete than John Elway, and it's just not true. If you could transport yourself back to the early 80s and mid-80s, I can show you like, no. John Elway was as much an athlete as anybody. Patrick Mahomes, I don't know if he's quite that athletic, but he's got just enough athleticism. And then when he gets out of the pocket, man, anything is possible because of his arm and because he clearly understands and knows this offense and has a rapport with this personnel. And so, yeah, I think he sustains it. I think this is the guy. If you go look at the ratings last night, people are fascinated by him.
Yeah.
The same way, the only guy that fascinates people, I think the young guys, the same way is Baker Mayfield. But I think Patrick Mahomes is even on Baker's level, and that speaks to his talent because Baker comes in with the Heisman hype, playing at Oklahoma, competing for national championships and all that. He was a hype guy coming out of college. Patrick Mahomes creates that excitement because football people sit there and go, we haven't seen this package.
No, you haven't. And it's a flash of greatness. I know you, me, anyone who's been around the game and evaluated the game, when you see a flash of brilliance, it's just like a flash. It's like that quick, but that's in your mind, you're like, that's different. And as soon as you see Patrick Mahomes and that arm talent that they talk about, the way that he can throw across his body, but it's still with the accuracy, it's not a risky throw for him for some reason because of his talents. When you see all of that, it doesn't take a long time for you to say, here's my stamp of approval. Now go out there and live up to it. I haven't seen this kind of arm talent in a quarterback. I'm not just talking about arm strength. I'm not just talking about accuracy. I'm talking about a guy who can live, like you said, in the unscripted world of football and still be as disciplined as those in the pocket.
Let me tell you, you compared him to LaDainian Tomlinson, and that's a good comparison. But for me, there's some charismatic factor about his talent. The same way the guy I would compare him to modern day is Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was a DB and just an athlete. He was so remarkable that even though he didn't play the quarterback of the offensive position, you would tune in, I got to see Deion.
Yeah.
Is he going to high step to the end zone with an interception? Is he going to take a punt back? Deion had that charisma that just attracted you to him. Pat Mahomes has it in a different way. He's not as flamboyant as Deion. It's just the talent. But Deion hit the NFL like a lightning bolt as well. And that's another guy I would compare Patrick Mahomes to.
Yeah, I don't see Patrick with 25 gold chains on draft day. But other than that, it's must-see TV. You are tuning in.